Every terrorist leader everywhere in the world started by fighting for the people, the ordinary man, the common people, showing compassion, being human and humane.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Oba's Trending Gist, the channel where we break down the hottest topics and the real stories making waves across Nigeria and beyond. Today, we are diving into something really heavy, a conversation that sits right at the intersection of activism, power, and a very, very serious warning. We are talking about Martins Otse, the man you all know as VeryDarkMan. He has built a massive army of followers by positioning himself as a fearless voice of the voiceless, taking on big corporations, celebrities, and calling out injustice wherever he sees it. But what happens when that power becomes too much? A video has gone viral, and the man in it makes a chilling argument that the path VeryDarkMan is on is a well-trodden one, a path that has historically led to tyranny and despotism. It's a heavy accusation. And before we break it down, I want you to listen to his words very carefully. So let's play the clip. Sit back and take a watch.
Thousands of VDM followers have been bombing me with insults since I posted that video yesterday. But I understand, I am not worried and I am not angry. One VDM follower sent me a message and listed all the good works VDM has done for the people. One thing they don't understand is that every despot, every autocratic leader anywhere in the world, every terrorist leader everywhere in the world started by fighting for the people, the ordinary man, the common people, showing compassion, being human and humane, being sympathetic for the plight of the people. That is how they all started. And VDM is not excluded. The most powerful leader anywhere in the world is the leader that derives his power from the streets, the leader that enjoys the goodwill of the common man, of the ordinary people. That is the position of VeryDarkMan in Nigeria. VeryDarkMan is holding a very dangerous position in Nigeria today. And the government understand that. Yes, the government understand the kind of power VeryDarkMan enjoys in Nigeria. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Every responsible government must watch carefully to see when the man who is enjoying the goodwill of the people is abusing the power he's gotten from the people, and do something about it. The reason why we have a lot of terrorist organizations in the world today is because we have leaders who fail to act quickly. When individuals who enjoys the goodwill of the common people start abusing their power. And so it does not matter to me right now whether VDM is innocent or he has committed a crime. I believe that it is time for the federal government to tame him. It is time for the federal government to squeeze that power out of him. Otherwise,
wow. Okay. That was a lot. So let's unpack this because there are several layers here. And honestly, it's one of the most provocative analyses of VDM's influence I have ever seen. First, let's address the most shocking part of his statement head on. The caption in the video and his direct words: terrorist leaders in the world started by fighting for the common people. Now, before anyone jumps to conclusions, let's be clear. It doesn't seem like he is literally calling VeryDarkMan a terrorist. No, he's not doing that. What he's doing is drawing a historical parallel. He's arguing that many of history's most dangerous figures didn't start out as villains. They started as heroes to a segment of the population. They gained power by championing the oppressed, by being sympathetic, and by showing compassion. They built a following based on the goodwill of the people who felt ignored by the system. And that, he says, is exactly where VDM is right now. His point is that this kind of power, derived directly from the streets, as he puts it, is the most powerful of all, but it is also the most unchecked. When a leader's power comes from popular support and not from established institutions, their followers often see them as infallible. They can do no wrong, and that is the point where, according to this man, absolute power corrupts absolutely. The second major point he makes is about the government's awareness. He says the government understands the kind of power VeryDarkMan enjoys in Nigeria. This is a crucial insight. He is suggesting that the authorities are not blind to VDM's influence. They see a man who can mobilize thousands, if not millions of people online with a single video. A man who can bring a multi-million naira company to its knee or turn public opinion against a celebrity overnight. In the eye of a government, a figure with that much unregulated power is a potential threat to stability. This isn't about whether VDM is good or bad. It's about the raw, untamed nature of his influence. He has become a de facto authority figure, a court of public opinion, and the commentator is arguing that the government sees this and is watching very, very closely. And this leads to his final and perhaps most controversial conclusion. He says, it is time for the federal government to tame him, to squeeze that power out of him. This is where the conversation gets really dangerous. Is he calling for censorship? Is he advocating for the state of silence a citizen who is, by many accounts, doing the work the government and its regulatory agencies have failed to do? This is the central dilemma of VeryDarkMan. His entire rise to fame is a direct result of a system that has failed its people. People turn to him because they feel they have no one else to turn to. He is a symptom of a large problem. So when this commentator calls for government to tame him, many would argue he is asking the government to treat the symptoms while ignoring the disease. If people had faith in NAFDAC, the police, and the justice system, would there even be a need for a very dark man? That is just the question. Because our NAFDAC, police, all the government institutions, they have all failed. We, the citizens, can't get justice from anywhere. That is why you see people running to that very dark man. Any slightest thing, you see dark man will set ring light and start talking. And once he talks, people listens. So somehow what this guy here is saying is the truth. Because the institution is not working, nothing is working in Nigeria. That's why VeryDarkMan used that opportunity to shine, and the people are actually following him. He has mass followers. So we are left with a massive question. Is this commentator just a hater trying to bring down a popular activist, or is he a modern day Cassandra offering a prophetic warning that we are ignoring at our own peril? Is VeryDarkMan a necessary check and balance in a broken society, a force for good whose power comes from people? Or is he an unregulated populist, or a trajectory that history has shown us can end a very dark place? I really want to know what you guys think, because this is a debate that goes to the heart of our society. Drop your thoughts below. Is this a fair analysis or a dangerous accusation? Let's have a real conversation. As always, thank you for tuning into Oba's Trending Gist. If this video made you think, please give it a thumbs up, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next breakdown. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one.